This is a special report from About Space Today.
Welcome to Special Report. I'm David Deneau.
Look, all we need is a little plutonium.
Oh, I'm sure that in 1985, plutonium was available in every corner drugstore, but in 1955, it's a little hard to come by.
You might recognize those voices from Back to the Future. But did you know NASA is wrapping up the design phase of a project for a small electric generating nuclear fission reactor for use on the moon, perhaps beyond? It's truly back to the future. Next, as America and the world is listening to a special report on About Space Today. Come to the land of orange groves and palm trees. Come to the land of theme parks. Come to the land of sunny beaches and the azure waters of the Atlantic Ocean. So come and visit Florida for lasting memories. Email us. Email david.ddcruisandtours@gmail.com or call D&D Cruise and Tours at 877-747-8631 for your next family, cruise, or theme park vacation. Let us provide you your next visit with our travel experience, not experimentation. We are members of IATAN and CLIA. Email david.ddcruisandtours@gmail.com. Serving the Southeast, traveler since 1985. Welcome back. The Fusion Surface Power Project aims to develop safe, clean, and reliable energy sources on the moon. And considering each moon has a nighttime that lasts around 14 and a half Earth days, well, such a system could play a big role in the agency's Artemis program for lunar exploration, with the first human landing scheduled for September 2026. Here's more on the story.
NASA is currently putting together ambitious plans to create a safe, sound moon base that will be inhabited by humans and will also help propel the people of Earth to Mars and beyond. So what power source are they looking to use to get this moon base up and running? None other than nuclear power. That's right, the future of the moon is so bright, it's downright nuclear. What information has NASA released about this proposed moon base? And why are they relying on nuclear fission reactors to get the job done? Before we take a look at the plans, we need to understand what all the hubbub is about with all this nuclear power and all that stuff. You have definitely heard of nuclear power before, but the vast strength and safety of nuclear power can be second to none. Nuclear fission reactors split uranium-235 atoms. When the reactor splits these atoms, it increases energy in the form of heat, which can easily be converted into electricity. This idea of nuclear power goes as far back as the 1950s, when it was starting to pop up all over the world as a safe alternative to the sort of power plants that had kept the world running for generations. In fact, a moon base will be greatly helped by nuclear power, and that's exactly why they are thinking it's the path they will take when we finally colonize the moon. NASA has been looking at a nuclear power plant that will be run by a low-enriched form of nuclear fuel. The latest estimates from NASA predict that this fission surface power system will be able to operate at around 10 kilowatts of electrical power output for the next 10 years. If that sounds impressive, it's because it is. In fact, 10 kilowatts is the equivalent to the amount of energy needed to power 5 to 8 large households. This team of scientists from Los Alamos National Laboratory, NASA, and the US Department of Energy created a new nuclear fission system that could produce the impressive 10 kilowatts of energy. That's good news because NASA wants to have this entire system working and ready to fly by the year 2026. That's only a few years off, and shows just how serious the government is about creating a lunar base sooner rather than later.
A reactor could be especially useful at the lunar South Pole, where permanently shadowed regions are thought to have trapped water ice and other volatiles. Now, these generators could pave the way for powering a sustained human presence on the lunar surface for at least 10 years. And one company has already developed a micro-reactor. Rolls-Royce has created a new classification of reactor it says that could power NASA's planned base on the moon and provide power, heat, and propulsion for future trips to Mars.
We are in a new space race. There's a lot of commercial opportunities, but also agencies having aspirations to go to the moon, stay there and beyond.
That was Rolls-Royce engineer Matthew Marriott, who says solar power generators are limited.
There's a lot of commercial opportunities, but also agencies having aspirations to go to the moon, stay there and beyond. But really, in order for everyone to do that, they need power and reliable power. There are power options in space, solar electric being a good opportunity. But there are instances where solar isn't a viable option. It can't deliver you the power that you need for space. So this product will enable all of these companies to realise their ambitions in space.
2 years ago, if you'd said to me we'd be looking at designing reactors to go on the moon, I'd have said that you were absolutely barking and it was a crazy idea.
Abby Clayton is Director for Future Programmes at Rolls-Royce.
When you think about Mars, is a really, really long way away. So it can take, up to 18 months effectively to travel to Mars using conventional types of fuels. If we kind of use the power of nuclear to do that, you can probably cut that to around a 3-month period to travel to Mars. So it actually makes that planet more accessible for us to actually go and explore, make sure that we can do experiments there. But again, also work out, can humans get to Mars? And that's certainly the plan. By 2040 is a target out there to get humans on Mars.
Thanks for joining me for Special Report. I'm David Denault.
This has been a special report from About Space Today.